round 2 between Herc and Snorms. Should be a good race, and it looks like our runners have been given the word go. So taking a quick look at the card here, got some pretty time-consuming goals on this one. You got 2 goals, which require you to own 10 types of Pokemon. And then you have 2 badge goals, too, so there's a lot of time investment in there. So we'll take a look here what we got for the starters. I made this ROM for them, so certainly I made them good stuff. Like, like Meryl, that's a good start. Oh no, Articuno. All 3 of these are compelling for different reasons. Though, yeah, Articuno is definitely the best choice of the 3. All of them you could have made an argument for, at least for some kind of utility. Meryl gives you a water type, Articuno is a flying type, and it might have a good moveset. And you can trade the Bellsprout in Violet City. Oh, was Articuno holding TM34? No, that was a mistake. Okay. I was confused. Yeah, Bellsprout would have given them access to Weepinbell or Gloom, but they're gonna get information on Bellsprout from their rival as well, since the rival will have Bellsprout. I'm confused what's... I didn't see what that was. Okay, so Articuno was holding TM20. So that's a good one there. Gonna mark that for Snorms because he has it. Yeah, they're looking for a Dragon-type move, which, Dragonite's not quite what they're looking for in that department. So that Dragonite had Earthquake. Pretty good start there for moves, and that's a very runnable Dragonite. I saw Fire Punch and Shadow Ball there. Of course, the only problem with Dragonite is if they run into something good that has an ice move, Herc's gonna have a lot of trouble. Oh yeah, release starter before 11 is on the card, so they are looking for a new main. Snorms really hasn't found anything yet. There's a water type for Herc right there. And he gets zap cannoned. The Bellsprout was Sandstorm. Snorms taking care of Rival 1, no problem. Herc's Dragonite's got Fire Punch, so he shouldn't have any issues either. Yeah, movesets are randomized, so you can't guarantee minimize or double team through level up like that. What would be really trolly is if one of the TMs they wanted for the goals is minimize or double team. Because if that was the case, they would have to use the TM if they wanted to teach it, and then they would lose the TM goal since they no longer have it. Now, these two are pretty evenly matched. Right now, Herc's got a slight advantage since he's already got a main sorted out. But we'll see if Snorms can find anything better. And I wouldn't put Dugtrio in that department. Dugtrio is fast and has decent attack, and that's about all it's got going for it. And Parasect just isn't gonna... Parasect isn't gonna get the job done either. He's defeat 4 trainers. There's just so many time-consuming goals on this card. We might be in for a pretty long one here, unless they get lucky with Pokemon goals. So Snorm's looking for a main now. Chop's just not gonna do it either. When you have the release starter before 11 goal and you can't find anything on Route 30 or 29, man, he's just getting really unlucky getting no encounters. Oftentimes what I would do, at least in Snorm's situation, is if I don't find anything soon, I just fight the first trainer, move on. It's not going to be enough to get level 11. See if Route 31 or Dark Cave have anything. TM10 and TM5 are fixed TMs. 34 and 20 are random. They still might find another TM20 since the one that they got was on the Articuno. Herc fighting the youngster here to get his phone number for the Call a Youngster goal. Well, Snorm's getting a Tentacool for 10 water types. The water type skull is definitely in a better spot than the flying type skull. At least from what we know right now. Man, this ROM has Porygon too. I make the best ROM. Ooh, there's Kingdra. Now that could be very runnable. Stomp. Well, the nice thing about Kingdra is that its stats are basically the same across the board, so you can run it physical or special. And you get Surf later on, too. And he also gets another water type out of it. Oh, that's not a great moveset. I would hope Snorms would just move on at this point and look on Route 31 or Dark Cave. The Dragonite that Herc found must be a 10% encounter slot because he's just not... I don't think Snorms has seen it yet. Well, Herc got Meditate on Dragonite. That'll be useful for Earthquake and Shadow Ball. Ghost-type moves are physical in Gens 1 through 3, so Meditate will be helpful for that. That is a good thing to point out. Kingdra will be a good candidate for 4 non-TM status moves. The only attacking move that it has is Stomp, so Flash would make it a 4th one. He's still looking for it. It's a tough call when it comes to a main sometimes. But the longer you look for a main, the more that you might just be falling behind, and we have the benefit of seeing both of them now. But, you know, it can be very time-consuming. He has seen every slot on the route at this point, except for the Dragonite. So, Snorms would see now that Herc has marked release starter before 11. He's got to be thinking that Herc is already to Violet City at this point. There's Azumarill. What makes a good main? Well, moveset is one of the biggest factors here. Like, Kingdra, we saw the Kingdra there earlier. It doesn't have a very good moveset, even though Kingdra has very good stats across the board. But you could have a Mewtwo, for example, but if it has a very bad moveset, it's still not going to be usable. Generally, you want something that's fast, has high attacking stats, or at least has bulk to make up for speed. One of the nicer things about the randomizer is that sometimes you end up running things that you wouldn't expect. Like, everybody knows Mewtwo is good, for example. But there's some other underutilized Pokemon that work well in the bingo setting. We saw a Stantler on Herc's screen earlier, and that's a Pokemon that I've run before with pretty good success. Because it's got a pretty high attack, decent special attack, and it's fast. This Dragonite's gonna be good enough to get through the game for sure, unless he runs into something that has Ice Beam that's faster than maybe a Jolteon or something. Seadra can be a runnable candidate if it has a good moveset. It's fast and has a high special attack. If you consider things, water is the most common type in Gen 2, I believe. I don't remember the exact number, but there's a lot of them. So that goal isn't as hard as you think it is, and flying types are pretty common too. To answer chat again, Pokemon which require hold items to evolve, they evolve at a set level. Most of them evolve between level 30 and 40, so like Caesar, Steelix, Kingdra. I don't remember the exact level. I'm pretty sure Caesar evolves at 40. Herc not opting to get Flash for 4 non-TM status moves, so he can always go back for that. Herc's opting not to use repels. It's not something he typically does. He doesn't usually blitz like crazy, but he'll check a few slots, and when he's done with encounters, he'll throw out a repel. Snorms still desperately trying to find a main. I didn't see what the Seadra had. I was looking at Herc's screen at the time. Oh, there's a Dragon-type move on the Machop. Well, Snorms is opting to check Route 36 for something. A couple other spots he could check for Pokemon are Ruins of Alph and Sprout Tower. Ruins of Alph is generally considered to be the desperation play when you're looking for a main because of how far out of the way it is. Man, Herc getting trolled hard by the minimum catch rate. These are flying types all over here. Don't be fooled by Skarmory. It's a hard thing to run. Like, it doesn't die, but it doesn't kill anything either. Ooh, that Seadra is interesting. I mean, Stab Water Gun isn't amazing or anything, but it'll learn Surf later, and it's got Ice Punch. Snorm's getting a 2-for-1 there, getting a Skarmory and a flying type there. Herc grabbing the Old Rod from the Pokemon Center on Route 32. The Old Rod, whatever you fish out's guaranteed to be level 10. And Lickitung is not something I would consider at all. Ooh, the Farfetch'd had Headbutt. So Snorms has another way to get things if he is desperate. And Snorm's going to Sprout Tower. This is honestly the best play for him right now, not only to get some levels on whatever he's trying to main, but it works towards a goal as well. Herc in Union Cave checking out what the TM is. Well, TM46 is sometimes a random TM that's on the card, but not today. And Snorms is going for the Ruins of Alph play. Herc's gonna pick himself up another water type here. Vaporeon, maybe. Vaporeon's got the benefit of being very bulky, so if it's got a decent set, it'll get it through the game. It's also a water type on top of that. There's just so many water types. That moveset leaves a little to be desired. The level 9's an Azumarill, and we didn't really see much of its moveset because the Dragonite just torched it. The moveset on the Vaporeon is serviceable. It's not like... It's not gonna be a world beater or anything, but it will get by. Not if you get crit by Crunch, though. You could really use a special defense drop right now. Leftovers showing up for Herc. So there you saw Herc enter the center and then walk back out. That's just setting his respawn point in case he loses a trainer fight. Still no special defense drop on Crunch. Looks like he's going to get through this Azumarill, but it's not going to be without using a lot of resources. Should get a very hefty amount of experience for it, though. Herc, meanwhile, having no problems with that Ampharos hacking Earthquake. Swagger. It's not what you want to see when you've got a questionable moveset. The Vaporeon should get through the rest of the gym, though. It's bulky enough to trade hits. Herc must be catching Pokemon to try and fulfill the 4 non-TM status move goal. Or hoping that it has minimize or double team. Yeah, we actually didn't see what the Raikou moveset was because it got earthquaked, so I'm sure we'll find out what it is very shortly. Well, it's setting up spikes. No, I don't think this Raikou is very threatening. Not at all. So it looks like Snorms is finally off the ground here. Mewtwo on Herc's screen. That's going to be a guaranteed encounter, so they'll both have information on that. Razor Wind and Mega Kick Mewtwo. I'm pretty sure Snorms was holding on to the Articuno just as something he can get through a fight early on if necessary. I don't think he needs the Articuno anymore, so he'll likely be releasing it the next chance he gets. Looks like Snorms is gonna go do Sprout Tower now to get Flash. Getting the extra levels won't hurt either. I'm not sure why he checks for Stantler. Maybe it had Minimize or Double Team or a Dragon-type move. I didn't see what it had. Herc, meanwhile, just not having any problems with the Dragonite that he has. Lissy getting the poison off on the Vaporeon. Snorms already has his answer to 4 non-TM status. It's the Kingdra. More information on a flying type. So Elderly here at the top of Sprout Tower has a level 10 Pokemon. Usually doing it before Faulkner can sometimes be an issue, but getting the extra experience is also nice, especially when the goal's related to the card. More Water-type info. So getting 10 water and 10 flying shouldn't be much of a problem for these two. The question is, which one is going to be worth getting? Well, there's Weepinbell info on the rival, so... we have Bellsprout and Weepinbell. Bellsprout grew up a bit. So, we got 2 ways to get that goal now. Female Dragonair. Oh, he ran away from it. You could trade that for something, Herc. I'm always a fan of the Dragonair trade. Yeah, Snorms is going to get the Weepinbell info as well, because they both picked the same starter. Goals-wise, it looks like they're about even. Each of the runners has a goal that the other doesn't, and it's on information that they have seen, like Skarmory was found on Route 36, and a trainer hasn't had it yet. Though if Snorms can get himself a Machop on Route 32, then he'll have the Dragon-type move. He may also catch that as a way to get Machoke. Another water type in Lantern. Be careful there, Herc. You don't want to teach over Dragon Breath. Mystic Water's not on the card this time, but it's a free item to get in Cherry Grove once you get Surf. Neither of them are opting to use repels, which is interesting. Well, there's Oddish for their, Snorms. You didn't pick it up, but he's gonna get Weeping Bell info anyway. There's another water type. Yeah, as a rule of thumb, when it comes to any of the goals, you just need to be able to prove it within the game state. And a Pokédex entry saying that you've caught a Pokemon satisfies the goal. Though for Dragon-type move, you still need to have the Pokemon with the Dragon-type move, for example. So Herc's gonna likely do the bug catching contest here. There aren't any goals related to it, but they might still find easy water and flying type catches in there. And the interesting thing about the bug catching contest is the Pokédex doesn't point out that they are in National Park. So it's a good way to see Pokemon that you may not have information to otherwise. It's another flying type for Snorms. This is insane how many they're running into this early. Venomoth, despite its wings, is not a flying type. It's bug poison. It makes no sense at all, but it just is what it is. Oh, Furret is on the card, so Sentret's a way to get that. Sentret also evolves at a very low level. I believe it's 15, so that isn't too much of an investment to evolve Sentret. There's also 2 badge goals with Glacier Badge and Mineral Badge, so once they get the EXP share, also on the card, there'll be plenty of opportunities to evolve Pokemon by leveling. So despite there being a lot of long goals, there's a little bit of synergy between them, at least in this circumstance. Herc gonna quit out of the bug catching contest so he doesn't have to do all the movement back. He lost the bug catching contest, but he has a Sentret. Oh, the Sentret had teleport too. Very fortunate for Herc. So that saves him a trip back through Route 35. So based on the information we have here, at least between both the runners, we have row 3, column 2, and column 1 as potential goals, or potential bingos. And actually, BLTR is also doable for a 4th bingo, so we're looking for just one more goal with information. You could make an argument for TM34 being a goal that's likely to show up, because there's 4 TMs that they are not going to have access to without an insane time commitment. So the odds of the TM they want to show up is about 71%. I don't remember what the percentage was. Well, how the TMs that are on the ground works is, out of all the TMs, they're shuffled around, and 2 of them are duplicates that are handed to you by NPCs. So those are completely randomized into one of the 50. So all the TMs that are quote-unquote random are guaranteed to show up somewhere in the game. But they could be in one of the 4 TM locations that are way out of the way, like the one in Mount Mortar requires waterfall. There's one on Route 27 that requires waterfall. There's one on Victory Road, which goes without saying, and then there's one in Rock Tunnel in Kanto. So those 4 are not going to be obtained during a normal bingo race. Ooh. I must have missed of when Vaporeon learned Crabhammer, but that's a good pickup for Snorms. Gives it a strong stab move. Granted, a little inaccurate, but that's what he needs for this Vaporeon to start running Train. Well, there's Bellsprout. So Herc can get Weepin' Bell that way. And he's gonna catch a second one to do the trade. Bellsprout evolves at level 21, so it's a little bit of time, but as I mentioned before, with the 2 badge goals, it's pretty trivial to do that. There wouldn't be, like, the only tournament race that we've had even get close to Kanto was one of the earlier ones. And it could have been done without getting that far, but... Like, if you want a Link to the Past comparison, I'd say... Going to Whirl Islands is basically the equivalent of a pedestal seed. Like, being forced to go to Kanto would be like triple dip Ganon's Tower or something. Yeah, Paradox, your reputation precedes you. Well, Mewtwo is on Route 38. So Mewtwo's definitely in an accessible spot. Well, Herc just... Well, there's the Weeping Bell at the Pseudo-Wudo, so that just solves a lot of problems there. Herc turning around after doing that. Snorms has got to know he's way behind now, especially with Defeat 4 trainers in National Park being lit up there. Now Vaporeon can learn Fire Punch, so this thing is starting to work its way into a very good Pokemon, and it's going to get Surf later, too. Well, Alakazam's not quite what you want for Kadabra. At this point, we just need information on any of the goals remaining that we don't have information on, and then that's go mode. We're looking for Kadabra or Machoke, which we have Machop, but Machop evolves at 28, so that's quite a bit of an investment to do it that way. Evolve Eevee, minimize Double Team, or TM34. Any one of those things will give us go mode. Snorms finally releasing the Articuno. And he's gonna get 4 non-TM status moves from the Kingdra. He's gonna knock out 2 goals there. Oh, it looks like Snorms' Bingo Sync crashed on him. I got his goals covered there. Or flying types. I wonder if Herc's planning to do Machop to Machoke. Well, there's Gramble information. He's already got the Sentret. So unless Gramble's like in a very convenient spot, I would still do the Sentret evolution myself. That does give Snorms information on Gramble, though, if he doesn't run into the Sentret. Which I think he's opting to skip the bug catching contest because he's behind. Granville's in Dark Cave and Ice Path. Not particularly amazing locations. Ice Path has a lot of encounter slots. And Dark Cave, while it only has 20, you can't get to all 20 of the slots unless you go to Blackthorn to get to the Blackthorn side. Herc not saving before arrival, he must be really confident in his Dragonite. And when you lead with a Ditto, that'd be a lot of confidence. Well, Ditto showed Outrage. I don't know if it's going to show that to Snorms. But that'll give Snorms Dragon-type move information. I think I heard Jumpluff, Ampharos, and Ariados for the legendaries. So nothing particularly useful there. Vaporeon got burned on a 10%. More Mewtwo. I'm trying to think of what Snorms needs to do here to catch up, because even though he's behind in progress-wise, he's not out of it yet. Herc probably has a clear path in mind, which involves some of the more time-consuming goals. So I think if Snorms wants to make a comeback here, he's gonna need to one, get some information that Herc doesn't have, so he can avoid some of the more time-consuming goals. Just looking at what we know right now, it looks like getting Minimize or Double Team would be extremely helpful with that, especially if TM34 is somewhere. Evolve Eevee would be okay as well. And there's Snorms picking up his Weepin' Bell. It's like, even if the Weepin' Bell wasn't the Pseudo-Wudo, they had Bellsprout and Weepin' Bell info anyway, and Bellsprout was in National Park, so there was plenty of places to finish that goal. Herc easily dispatching with Morty's Gym. This Dragonite's just an absolute beast. Really, the only thing that could stop him is if something was faster than him and it was like Ice Beam or something. And even then, if it wasn't a stab Ice Beam, Dragonite might be able to survive it. Barely, but survive it might. Well, Herc's looking for the Mewtwo right now, from the looks of it. We know it's on Route 38. Well, he'll come back for it, I guess. And there's Snorms getting his Grand Ball info, even if it's not in the greatest of spots. Snorms finally picking up Stab Surf, which I'm sure he'll love to have over Crabhammer. We'll see if Ditto shows Outrage here. It just depends if it can survive a Surf. And it can't, so... Snorm's missing out on another Dragon-type move information there. Another Flying type. I swear we saw a Pidgeotto earlier. I don't remember if that was on a trainer or not, though. Looking at, Snorms' stream, it looks like he's already got his route planned out on the assumption that he finds TM34. He's going for column 1, column 3, row 2, row 3, and BLTR, which I think is going to be the same thing Herc goes for, unless he evolves them a choke. He's going to really want to find an Eevee or something with minimized double team, though, to get the edge. Because if Snorms goes down that path I just mentioned, and Herc also goes down that path, then it's going to be difficult for him to catch up. Time to see what Shucky is today. And getting the bike shop called just outside of the gym. Careful, don't teach over Dragon Breath. Use something else for HMs. Well, another free flying type courtesy of Shucky. On these double trainers here in Chuck's gym, if there's something low level that I need to level up real quick, these two trainers are often a good place to do it, because you'll be guaranteed that what you're trying to level up will always enter first in 2 separate fights. This would have been a good spot to level up Sentret. And since Sentret only needed 5 levels, I believe, it would have been a pretty easy thing there. Ooh, Abra information. That opens up row 1 if it's in a good spot, because Abra evolves at 16 to get Kadabra. It looks like Snorms is trying to conserve PP, but he's got accuracy reduction on him. He's just running into all sorts of problems here. This Raikou is just trolling him. And it's got Recover, too. At this point, I would have swapped out to try and hope for the accuracy reduction to go away. Didn't get hit by it again. Oh, this Raikou is just a piece of work. We'll see what Chuck has in store for Herc here. I'll stab wing attack. Not too much of a threat for Dragonite, though. Neither is Smeargle. There's fly marked for Herc. That'll indicate to Snorms where Herc is progress-wise. Snorms is, what, 5 fights behind? 6? Something like that. Snorms gets the Mewtwo right away, though, so that's something. Trying to weaken the Mewtwo. I don't think he has that many Pokeballs right now. Oh, he has 31. Plenty. Not too big of a setback for Herc that Snorms found that, though, because they both knew it was there. They have information on it. Got no more moves left to teach that, Herc. He's just looking for anything to teach Sweet Scent to. I would deposit that Machop now just so you don't accidentally teach it a move. So Snorm's already knowing what he's going for. He's just going to do the Lighthouse now. And then head over. It'll certainly make Chuck's gym easier to have the extra levels. Yeah, the difference between the runners right now is definitely because Herc found a main faster than Snorms did. Still plenty of opportunities to catch up, though. You never know when the game will decide to troll you. Though, getting Mewtwo right away is not my definition of trolling. There's Mewtwo for Herc there. Herc's very much in cleanup right now. He's gonna get encounter Suicune on Route 42 right here. Get the shiny so he can get the XP share, and then it's just getting the rest of the goals that he's going for. Another water type. Staryu is a nice water type to run into because it's a free evolution with a water stone. You get 2 for 1. Herc's going up here to get TM10. You'll check the TM That's also in Lake of Rage to see if it's 34. Not quite. Getting close to our first bingo here. Herc will get the first bingo once he gets TM5 in Violet City. The only real problem with this Vaporeon's moveset that Snorms has is it doesn't really have a good way to deal with water types. Like, he's got Crunch and Slash, which hit them, but it doesn't deal with them quickly. That is one pink Crobat, also a flying type. I've lost count at where both of them are with water and flying types. They'll be able to check the decks, though. Come to see what Bellsprout's for. It's for Vaporeon. It is a water type. He might just do the trade. Well, maybe if he needs a 10th one. He's only got 4 water types right now. Yeah, typically the first hour of these randomizers are just getting to the cleanup phase. And then once you get cleanup, goals start getting marked like crazy. Looks like Herc's looking for minimize or double team, hoping TM50 gets him something. It's not what he's looking for, though. We've seen plenty of water types, like, that's a goal you can do. It's not a very fast goal, but it's a goal. Yep, Herc's gonna try and level up that Machop, so he's definitely going for row 1. That's a pretty big time investment for his decision to go there, and that may play into Snorm's favor if Herc doesn't get enough experience between Mineral Badge and Glacier Badge. Oh yeah, that's right, Herc did not do Sprout Tower. Snorms already did that. And while these fights will be trivial for Herc, being over level 30, it's still 4 fights he's got to do. So these two might be closer than we think they are. Herc's still got the advantage goal-wise right now, but the Skarmory information is proving to be very valuable for Snorms right now. And Snorms has finally entered cleanup. I think we might be in for a closer race here at the end than we initially thought. He almost forgot Suicune on 42. If that Machop doesn't get to 28 through the badge goals, Herc's gonna have to spend more time leveling it up through other trainers. And getting to level 28 is no small time investment. Snorms skipped that item likely because he doesn't need it. There aren't any item-based goals on the card, aside from TMs, and TMs are always in specific spots. Herc not having escape ropes, losing a bit of time having to walk all the way back. Snorms has also gained a little bit of ground on Herc because he's been using repels in the second half. Well, Shucky fulfilling the 4 non-TM status moves for Herc. So I thought Herc was going to get the first bingo, but it was Snorms instead. Now Herc's got one in hand here with TM5 coming right up. Let's all appreciate that very pink Crobat a second time here. It's extremely pink. Ends up killing it, though, with the path that Snorms is going for, he doesn't need the flying types. I'm curious to see what they decide to do from here. The other thing that Snorms has in hand is he's already done the lighthouse, so he just needs to go back up there and talk to Jasmine, and that'll unlock the mineral badge. So just efficiency in movement with repels and getting goals along the way, starting to play in Snorm's favor a bit. He's still got to catch up on a few of the guaranteed goals, though, and Miltank not on the card today. I'm not quite sure what Herc's path is, though. He's definitely going for row 1 because he's evolving the Machop. The lack of Skarmory information is hurting him quite a bit right now. Because if he got Skarmory, he could just do row 3 easily in column 4. Snorms cleaning up Price. And now he's gonna go get the mineral badge too. Herc getting the Hyper Potion heal too. Price will only use it on his level 31 when it's within a certain range. Alright, Herc's going into the rocket hideout hoping to find something. Depending on what he finds down here, this could be a huge payoff here. There's 6 potential Pokemon that he can find down here. There's another XP share. She has a Steelix. This isn't randomized. She also has, it's just nothing but steel types. Oh, okay, Pilot's fine. Oh, that's a flying type that I just heard with Gligar. Otherwise not on the card. Fairy's not gonna help here. Herc's gonna really want one of these things to be an Eevee. Or Kadabra or Machoke. Machoke or Kadabra would save him a lot of time. And Sunflora, so Rocket Hideout was a bust, but will the TM be TM34? Beautiful boulders from Snorms. I think there was maybe a bonk in there, but it was still pretty good movement otherwise. Snorms didn't pick up the TM in Ice Path. I guess his path doesn't include TM34. I'd still check it, though. Just because it would give him another bingo. With row 2. Herc working toward the mineral badge now, too. The other thing that the runners could do to fulfill the Evolve Eevee goal is to get the randomized Eevee from Bill and Goldenrod, and then see if they can evolve that. Oh, Lantern used Explosion. Goodbye, Lantern. That's gonna be a tough thing to catch for water types. I'm not quite sure what Snorms is looking for here on 45. It looked like he wanted the lantern for a water type. Looks like he's gonna go check the water. Maybe he wasn't looking for that and he was just catching the lantern just for convenience. No, Eevee hasn't been checked yet. Six flying types for Herc, still a ways to go. Fat Rat's not gonna get what you want. Neither is Venonat. If they were desperate, they could breed for Eevee, but it would take forever. Gen 2 breeding mechanics are not very good compared to later generations. Needless to say, they would only consider that option if they were very, very desperate. But that time you spent trying to hatch an Eevee could be spent checking encounter slots and maybe lucking into something else. Well, whatever Snorms was looking for is not in the water, because he found all 3 of the water slots. There's our friend Exploding Lantern again. Didn't want the Exploding Lantern. Not sure what he's looking for here, but whatever it is, it's a 10% slot. Steelix says Thunderwave. Metronome Minimize. That unfortunately does not count for the Minimizer double team goal. Oh my god, this Steelix is a gigantic meme, I love it. Oh, look at it go. It's put him to sleep, it's confusing him, it minimized with all of Metronome. Oh my god. Now he's poisoned. This is the best Steelix ever. Rock throws Caesar, that's gonna hurt. Man. Herc's probably tilted from this fight right now and just, my god. And he wishes he still had Fire Punch. Whatever Snorms is looking for, he's still searching for it. I'm not sure what he wants. He's not looking for Grand Bowl, is he? Because that's in Dark Cave. Like, that's the only thing I could think of that he's looking for in the area, because Gramble is on Dark Cave, and maybe he confused it with 45? I don't know. I know when I'm looking for something, and I don't see it after a while, I double-check the decks. Herc's still looking for TM34. He's gonna need that, since Skarmory didn't show up for him earlier. Well, let's dig. It's useful, but not what he wants. So what have we seen in the grass here for Snorms? We've seen Pinsir, Lantern, Ledian, Shuckle, for... I can't think of the other thing. No, the slots can't be duplicate. They're all 7 unique Pokemon. Whatever he's looking for... I have no idea what he's looking for here. I think Herc's looking to check the Eevee. He's got 2 bingos, and he's got a bingo in hand with 10 water types when he gets that. Now, it looks like he's still looking for TM34. I still don't know what he's looking for, and as far as I'm aware, we've only seen 4 slots here. There's Charmeleon. No, night slots and day slots aren't any different. The only difference is the level 30... A level 30 Pokemon on this route is only in the day. But the 7 unique species are the same between day and night. That's something that the speed choice... Or maybe it's the randomizer that does it, I don't remember which one. One of the settings makes that happen. 5 Waterstone. TM27 is not the TM he's looking for either. There's so many other water types, I'd be looking for something else at this point. Herc's on the lookout for water types now, too. And the Eevee is no good. Finally, the Blastoise showed up. It'd be a shame if it had, like, Whirlwind or something. So it does exist. Looks like Herc's gonna get the coin case. Wait. What's he looking for now? I think we've seen all 7 slots. Oh, must have been a mistake. He's picking up TM5 and the EXP share. But time to see what the game corner has. Will this change the game? Well, there's Suicune in there. That's a water type, and Golbat's there for a flying type. Does not look like Herc is interested, though. Oh, never mind, Herc is very much interested in that Suicune. So add that one to the water pile. Looks like he's gonna get the Golbat too. So he's looking for Grand Boulder, 20 slots in Dark Cave. Even the 2 sections, you got the Violet side and Blackthorn side each have a ground and surfing encounter for 10 slots each. It's not the worst place something could be, since he's already been to Blackthorn, he can just fly over there for the other side. Snorms, you're in a cave. Doesn't count. And there's the Grand Bowl. On the Violet side of Dark Cave. That's a pretty big one. I don't know what Herc's looking for. Maybe he's just checking a few slots along the way. So... looking at what Snorm's path here is... he just needs 2 goals to finish. It's 10 water types and a Pokemon with a dragon move. I don't know what information he has for that, though. The Skarmory that Snorms found early on is proving to be a huge difference maker in this bingo. It's funny that it is ending up being the case, because the only reason why he looked on Route 36 in the first place is because he was having trouble finding a main. Snorms needs one more water type, and he's finished that goal. It looks like Herc's just checking slots. No tank not on the card today. We saw plenty of water types in the early routes, so... Well, there's a new gong there for water types. This is going to be a very interesting finish here. They both have Abra information. I would be going through... Oh, there's Grand Bowl for Herc. Finding it on Ice Path. So... remains to be seen what that's gonna do for him yet. Gramble doesn't really help him get a bingo because he doesn't have Evolve Eevee or Skarmory or Minimize Double Team. But he could always run into something. Finding water types is just not doing any good for Snorms, and there was a Vaporeon on 29 the whole time. The Eevee was a Forretress, something that doesn't evolve. I don't know what Snorms has for Dragon-type move information. That's the last goal he's gonna want. Or TM34, but we haven't seen it anywhere. I believe the only places that hasn't been checked yet is the Dark Cave TM. I don't remember if Herc checked the TM in the Lighthouse, though. I'm assuming he would have, though. And I actually don't remember if Burn Tower was checked either. But those are the only remaining spots left for a TM. Actually, come to think of it, Herc teleported back to Goldenrod. I don't know if Route 35 TM was checked either. I don't know what's on 29 that he's looking for. At least out of the Pokemon that we know Machop has Dragon Breath and Ditto has Outrage. Another water type for Herc. Oh, there's Poliwrath. That's gonna be 10. That will be 10 water types for Snorms as soon as he catches it. So Snorms just needs either TM34 or Dragon type move and he's done. Or is he done? No, he's got 4 at the moment. Call 2, 4, BLTR, and row 3. Well, we know down here's a bust for Pokemon and for the TM. Snorms ended up skipping a couple TMs, so he's gonna end up backtracking to some of these. But I believe the only TM that hasn't been checked yet between both of them is Burn Tower. And I don't remember if Herc checked Lighthouse, but I'm assuming he did, because he usually does. This is gonna be a rough finish. I think he realized that he didn't get the Ice Path TM and he's gonna go back for it. Unfortunately for him, it's gonna be a lost cause because it's not there. Yeah, Herc still only has 3 bingos, column 1, 2, and BLTR. Now, as far as I'm aware, Herc does not have information on Mantine or Skarmory, and the only place we know one exists is on Route 36. Herc is going for Waterfall. Now, this is a development. He might find information in here, too. This is a very interesting development. Waterfall will give him access to 2 more TMs. There's the TM and Mount Mortar, and then there's one on Route 28. And actually, he'll get the all 8 badges too, so he'll be able to check Victory Road. For those of you people that watch Link to the Past and love your pedestal seeds, this is the kind of gamble that I would equate it to. That's if he can get through Claire's gym. Claire's gym is no pushover. And not with that T-Tar. Well, so much for the pedestal seed comparison. Well, there's another water type for Herc. I don't know how many he's at right... Or, actually, he already has it marked. I'm brilliant at paying attention. Flying type. This is one heck of a ROM and card combination here. One number off TM34. Oh, for it. But you already have Gramble. What you gonna do, Herc and Snorms? Snorm's gonna check the lighthouse TM. He's desperately looking for it. Herc's just checking slots, hoping to find that EV, Kadabra, or Machoke. Herc really wants to find EV right now. Minimize double team would be useful too. Oh yeah, Mantine or Skarmory would be a win, but there's Eevee. That's pretty big. That'll give him a 4th bingo. And with 10 flying types and Machoke, that would get him 5. And TM50 is the one on the lighthouse. Ladies and gentlemen, TM34 is locked behind Waterfall, or it's in Kanto. Yeah, he doesn't need the flying types then, I guess, if he gets Machoke. Still, leveling up the Machoke is no, easy task. Both of these runners sitting on 4 bingos right now, and any breakthrough can get what they need. Earthquake on Vaporeon at level 36. And that's all the TMs that we currently have access to, so 34 is somewhere not here. Chop's 4 levels away. So, this effectively puts Snorms on a time limit. He'll just level up off of Blissey's. Come on, Snorms, you need to be looking in random spots. You want an Eevee. You know one exists. Level 25, 3 more to go. Eevee would help Snorms because charcoal is a free item. He just hasn't picked it up yet. If he finds Eevee, that'll give him access to the 5th one. Eevee was in Union Cave. And both of them ran through Union Cave early on without repels, so it's interesting that neither of them found it earlier. Snorms is gonna check the game corner and be disappointed. But what if this Heracross has the dragon move? It had Twister! The game's over! Snorms gets the 5th bingo off of buying Heracross in the game corner. Just unbelievable. And Snorms will be joining us here shortly. Hello.
Howdy.
That was a hell of a way to end it.
Oh god. Yep. That was a YOLO that paid off. I had no information. Like, Blastoise was the only poke I saw with Dragon Move the whole time.
And it was far too high a level.
Yeah, it had already... Yeah, I've forgotten everything.
Funnily enough, not having a main early on helped you find the Skarmory that had gave you the advantage.
Yep. I knew I was like 10 minutes behind. But yeah, that was like... I needed the 10 water types, the 10 flying types, or Mantine Skarmory to matter. Which it did in the end.
Herc was running a Dragonite, and that thing was amazing.
I spent like 5 minutes looking for that thing.
It had Earthquake, it learned Meditate, Fire Punch.
Ugh.
Man, I got screwed by Machop not wanting to evolve at all. Why is that level differential so gigantic on that goal?
Well, it gets fixed in the later version. But you had Abra information too. I was surprised you didn't go for that.
I was thinking about it. I was under the impression that they were similar level, or it was like 22 or 26 or 25. Not freaking 28.
I thought you were gambling Waterfall for a second in Claire's gym, but then I forgot about the Machoke.
Yeah.
That T-Tar didn't have any of that.
Where was the Mantine?
I found Skarmory on 35.
Or Route 36.
Seriously?
36.
Oh my god. I was gonna go there and check too, and I just found the EV.
Snorms looked for that Dragonite early on because he saw it early and didn't catch it. Spent some time looking for it, and then while looking for a main is where he found the Skarmory.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gambling to go look at that, because by the time you had found it, I was pretty deep in, and I was like, okay, well, either be on 32 or it's got to be on the surrounding ones. But when I went into Union Cave, I found an Eevee, and I was like, oh, well, I think Machop evolves at 25 or something like that, so I'm close to that anyway.
Hi.
Hi.
That was a hell of a race, though. Just it came down to just
That was stupid.
the very end.
Yeah, I YOLO'd. I bought the last Game Corner poke, and it had Twister.
Are you serious? Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah,
What the hell?
Machop had Dragon Breath on it on Route 32.
Did it, the Machop, right?
And you were looking for that there, but then you found the Poliwrath, and I was like, oh no, you're not gonna find the Machop.
That was awful.
See, I think if I'd seen a Machop, I probably wouldn't have caught it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
The only reason I caught it is because I was like, oh, okay, well, reasonable level evolution.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I caught, like, I think I had 6 water types before Violet.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Because there was 4 of them on 30.
They were like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Bellsprout trade was for a Vaporeon.
Because I mained Vaporeon. There was Vaporeon on 29, which I never saw because I went to Ruins of Alph and found all 5 Vaporeon there.
Okay.
Yeah, the moveset
Gotcha.
it had to start with was okay, but it was better than anything else you had at the time.
Yeah. It had Crunch, and that was basically it.
It learned
But-
Crab Hammer, right?
Yeah, it learned Crab Hammer pretty quickly, and then it learned the Fire Punch TM after Bugsy. And it had Scope Lens, I had Scope Lens Crab Hammer, so it was like a crit machine.
So, Snorms, you will move on to face the winner of Cruel and Medician.
Yeah.
That should be...
Could be another
yeah,
Cruel
this
rematch.
loser's, semis. So,
Should be interesting.
congratulations to you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
GG.
Any
good
closing
race.
thoughts?
Screw 10% slots.
Yeah, I never want to play another one of your ROMs again.
I can't believe I spent like
Great
6
Dragon
minutes
though.
looking for that Blastoise and it was useless.
Sweet Dragonite, but like the last 2 ROMs that I've played that you've made, I've gotten screwed pretty badly. Like, it's almost inexcusable. Ugh.
Oh, well. Anyway, GG's. I don't know what's
Yeah.
happening next on Speed Gaming, but I'm sure it'll be great. If I had to guess, probably Link to the Past Randomizer. Oh, it is. It's the daily race.
Oh, well. Nice.
Nice.
Alright, thanks for watching, everybody.